I want to get on to what I think was truly the biggest story of this summit. And I guarantee you, no one has said a word about it. No one has said a word. So let's play this clip. Let's play this clip from Trump.
Because there will be a gap formed in the supply and demand mechanism. And first, it's the consuming countries who will fall into this gap. And the second question, before the meeting with President Putin, you called him an adversary, a rival, and yet you expressed hope that you will be able to bring this relationship to a new level. Did you manage to do this?
No, actually, I called him a competitor, and a good competitor he is. And I think the word competitor is a compliment. I think that we will be competing when you talk about the pipeline. I'm not sure necessarily that it's in the best interests of Germany or not, but that was a decision that they made. We'll be competing. As you know, the United States is now, or soon will be, but I think it actually is right now the largest in the oil and gas world. So we're going to be selling LNG, and we'll have to be competing with the pipeline. And I think we'll compete successfully, although there is a little advantage locationally. So I just wish them luck. I mean, I did. I discussed with Angela Merkel in pretty strong tones. But I also know where they're all coming from. And they have a very close source. So we'll see how that all works out. But we have lots of sources now, and the United States is much different than it was a number of years ago when we weren't able to extract what we can extract today. So today we're #1 in the world at that, and I think we'll be out there competing very strongly. Thank you very much.
So not as sexy and treasonous as Russian hacking, but actually relevant to your world. Thank you, Sir Bikes-a-Lot, for the $2. We don't have to beg for common sense questions. That's right. But President Trump literally just admitted that we are not extracting oil and natural gas in the United States. We are not fracking all over the United States, which, by the way, started happening under, frankly, George Bush, then went on steroids under Obama, and has gone on, I don't know what's above steroids, but above steroids under Trump. We're not fracking for energy independence. We're not doing any of this for energy independence. The president just admitted we are literally destroying our country, destroying our planet, destroying our air, destroying our water, destroying Native Americans' health, because it's Native Americans who are the sickest from the fracking and the uranium mining and all of this stuff. Literally, we are fracking and extracting so that we could sell it to other countries. Why? So that the Rex Tillersons of the world, when he ran ExxonMobil, and the Kelsey Warrens of the world, who run Energy Transfer Partners, who is a mega fossil fuel company. Dakota Access Pipeline was theirs. Trans-Pecos Pipeline was theirs. Rover Pipeline is theirs, and a whole lot of other pipelines. Where you're literally doing this, not for energy independence, which would mean cheaper energy made in America. We're doing it so that fossil fuel companies that buy off the politicians can make billions and billions and billions of dollars more by selling the oil and natural gas to Poland, to China, to Mexico, to Germany. As Trump just put it, we're competing. We're competing for those sales. It's also the European Union. The European unions own natural gas production, has been shrinking and will continue shrinking. That is why Germany wants that pipeline from Russia to go under the Baltic Sea. into Germany because their own energy manufacturing, basically, they're almost tapped out of natural gas. So you have Native Americans, non-Native Americans, progressives, environmentalists, all these people protesting, chaining themselves to construction machines, quitting their jobs to go to Standing Rock, you know, sacrificing their jobs and their families and their livelihoods to go fight based on a lie. Because there is no benefit to the United States of America for this natural gas. Jen and I were in Virginia recently covering the Mountain Valley Pipeline, which is a natural gas pipeline for which there is no actual need. The existing pipelines in Virginia and West Virginia are at half capacity. If you need more natural gas, put them in there. Put them in those pipelines. But these pipelines are being created so that more natural gas could be exported. But I don't hear anyone in the media talking about this. Why is this not as scandalous as Trump not going after Putin? One actually impacts whether you live or die. The other one creates some controversy on cable news tonight. You have President Trump, and by the way, if Hillary Clinton became president, she was going to frack all over the place too. When she was Secretary of State, she helped push fracking all over the world. But you literally have a president. There is no shame in what he's saying. He says it brazenly, without pause. Yeah, we're in competition to export natural gas. So when you hear these oil companies, when you hear their employees in corporate media regurgitating, I've seen Jake Tapper repeat this oil line during interviews. Well, you know, the argument is it's energy independence. No, it doesn't lead to independence. Are your oil prices so much cheaper? Is your gas prices that much cheaper? You still pay a pretty penny to fill up your tank, no? No, we're still depending on oil from Saudi Arabia. That's where we're getting it from. So why is it that we're fracking like crazy, but we're not using it here? That's not energy independence. It's a lie. And that lie, literally, you have human beings being used as guinea pigs. You got human beings being used as guinea pigs. You have indigenous people having their reservations, have massive natural gas pipelines gone underneath their reservations, endangering their sacred water, their religious rights, their air, their wildlife. For what? So that we could sell it to Poland, to European Union nations, to China. It's unbelievable. Are those sales when we sell it to these other countries, are those coming back in like tax rebates to the American citizens? Is that what they mean by energy independence? Are you getting something in your tax return, a little extra? You know, because we're selling all this oil and we're exporting all this oil to all these countries? Are you getting money back in the profits? I don't think so. I don't think so. All these countries are getting the oil, and the money is going to ExxonMobil, Sunoco Logistics, Energy Transfer Partners, Phillips 66. I mean, the list, BP. It's amazing. It's truly amazing.